It's JacQuan.
Welcome to Real Shop Talk. You know, real people, real emotions, real shop talk. I'm Jonathan Knox. It's Glenn Harris Jr. And our guest today is Quan Winters. So JacQuan, go ahead and, you know, give the world an exhortation.
I don't know what you're expecting me to say, but I'm JacQuan Winters. I'm a native of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I attended the University of West Alabama where I met, you know, these two gentlemen right here. I started out here at UWA as a sociology major. Graduated in 2016. Received my master's in education in 2018. What else you want to know, John? Worked as a juvenile probation officer for almost 2 years. I'm just a black driven young man. Is that good enough for you?
Yes, it is.
All right,
Well,
cool.
the foundation.
Yeah, you ain't expound enough.
Man, all right, cool. So I do have a nonprofit organization, the Christian Amerson Youth Foundation. I started it back in 2017 for two reasons. The first reason and most important reason, to keep the memory and legacy of my younger sister, Christian Amerson, alive. Christian died by suicide at the age of 11 in 2014. And the second reason is really to help children that dealt with issues that Christians deal with. So our mission is to promote healthier lives for youth through providing resources for suicide prevention and preventive educational experiences.
Okay. Before we expound on the nonprofit,
What camera should I be looking at?
well, that one,
Yeah,
and
wait.
this one, and that one.
All right, cool.
And don't look at that one.
Ain't no camera.
One thing we want to talk about is being a black business owner in this world. So, you know, you had different business endeavors, excuse me. And, you know, we plan on doing some stuff in the future. Just speak about how is that coming, you know, being a black man trying to own some stuff.
Man, it's hard. I started, really, if I think about it, I kind of, you know, started back when I was a child. It kind of started, you know, from selling candy and stuff at school, just wanting a quick dollar. But really, you know, I took on entrepreneurship when I was here at UWA when I started Black is Beautiful. And believe it or not, that started off as just a get rich quick scheme that one of my LBs and I had. We were low on money, and it was 2016? I think it was 2016, like spring 2016.
2016.
And me, you know, I've always had a thing for fashion and just, you know, clothes. So I thought, like, what can we do to, you know, get a quick buck without doing much work? And from that came Black is Beautiful. So I did the research, you know, and I looked up how much shirts cost, how much it would be to print them. I got Dexter to do the design. Got 25 shirts. Put Black is Beautiful on there. And the rest is history, but you know, they sold out like quick. So then we started on sweatshirts, and it was crazy that we sold out of sweatshirts, and I stopped. I kind of went, you know, it was stopped because it was only meant to be a one-time thing. And I think later in the year, Tia, she was doing a special through her print business. I was like, all right, that's a good special. So we got some more sweatshirts, and this was around, I think, like November, December, but we had some confusion, miscommunication, so I didn't get the sweatshirts until around late January of 2017. So I'm like, I might as well start Black is Beautiful again. And this time we kind of went to the next level. We actually had colored sweatshirts, so you can do your own custom order, whatever color you wanted, and we were doing pre-orders, and that went well. And I was like, you know what, I might as well keep doing this. So started. That was the birth of Black is Beautiful. That's how you came on. You know, you was my best salesperson. I feel like it's still big here at UWA. I mean, it's a blessing to just see an idea and people just really going and like really investing in what you're doing, and knowing like, hey, I did that. But to answer the question that you originally had, being an entrepreneur, a Black entrepreneur, is hard. I mean, I think most people think that you're just gonna jump in the gate and it take off, but it takes dedication. You have to be consistent. You have to be like resilient, because you have to get used to people telling you no. Black is Beautiful, I kind of threw it. I wouldn't say threw it to the side, but I put it on hold really because I want to focus more on my passion, which is suicide prevention in children. So I'm kind of focusing on the foundation and just really empowering kids. And just doing motivational speaking, which that's something that I never thought I would be doing, from just because of my childhood. Growing up, I grew up with a speech impediment. And, when you tell a kid something.
Coming back out.
He had me go, see, look. Nah, but for real, I grew up with a speech impediment. And, like, I grew up, and people would always say, hey, you can't talk and you don't speak correctly or whatever. And that kind of stuck with me until really 2017 when I started the foundation. And that's when I kind of said, I'm going to have to get over this, having a nonprofit organization. I'm going to have to speak to people. I never, went into the thing saying like, hey, I'm going to speak to kids or whatever. That was never the goal or the objective. And it kind of, God threw me into it, and I just had to pray about it. I mean, I tell people all the time when they compliment me, it's not me, it's God, because, speaking was something that I never thought I would do. And just not even speaking, because anybody can get in front of people and talk, but just seeing that, the impact that what I'm saying is having on the people, not just children, but adults, and learning how to read the crowd and, knowing, what not to say and such. Because talking about suicide, which is what I mainly speak about, is very tricky at times, because people already don't want to talk about it, and it's certain things that you have to know what to say and what not to say, because you never know who's in the audience. What was your original question again?
You already answered it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, man, you long-winded. I didn't want to butt in and do a question, but
my man, y'all said
no, you good, bro. You did great.
I'm shut up.
No, you did great.
We can leave.
I don't shut up. But
All right, sit down. But so, like, Glenn, speak about how it is, being a Black business owner. You have more than just your shop. So, speak about that. How do you feel about it? Like,
hold on one second.
Describe it.
So, hold on, I'm coming.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm answering. So, like the suicide awareness, what can you not say about it since you dealt with it? So, why wouldn't you be allowed to say certain things when you've actually been through it?
Yeah, so for instance, when you talk to a crowd, you may have somebody in the crowd that's suicidal, right? It may be a kid or it may be an adult. You never know. So for instance, you would never hear me get in front of people and talk about how my sister took her life. You'll hear me say that she took her life, but you'll never hear the method or like what she did.
Why not? Why is that?
Because if you have somebody in the audience and then they're suicidal and they don't really know how to take their own life,
you might get
because that's a real thing.
Okay.
That's a real thing. Most people they may want to take their life and not know how. So then you just told them a method. You just gave them a way of doing it. So they go, I can go home and do this.
You know what's crazy, bro? I got a friend, and they told me they would have ended their life, but they just didn't know how. That's crazy. They said they Googled it and everything. You can't really. I mean, unless you just go real deep. But
yeah.
So like, they really would say they were like set on doing it, but they cannot do it because they didn't know really how to do it.
I don't think they wanted to do it.
Because they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to like They wanted to do it. Like they
didn't want to do it.
You don't think so?
Most people that have suicidal thoughts, and they don't really want to die. They just want the pain to end.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, you can do it. That ain't no hard. That ain't too hard to do.
It's like
It ain't. It is.
I mean, it just depends because you have multiple people that attempt suicide, but it's not successful.
I'm pretty sure if you go drive over that Tom Bigby Bridge and jump off into that.
That's not true.
Flowing traffic. I think you got.
I know a guy. Well, I don't personally know him, but it's a story. It's the ripple effect. He what's the bridge in San Francisco? Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge.
He jumped. Like he said he jumped and he went into the water and he didn't die. So it was more so in the moment. Like he felt like nobody was there to help him, and the way he tells the story, a random woman just was walking up and he thought like, hey, she was coming to check on him, but it was like, hey, can you take my picture? And he was like, that's when he was like, oh, nobody really cared. And he jumped, but he didn't die. So now he tells that story. I think there's a movie out about it and all.
I think we got a problem now, especially in small black communities with suicide. I know there's a girl in Linden ended her life like 2 months ago, and like 9 years old. But I don't think enough people talk about it. We don't want to discuss mental health.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about
suicide awareness. It's a hard topic to discuss. And I've dealt with my issues, and like hell, even now I'm going through stuff mentally, but everybody's not as strong as I am or you are. Or you are. You know what I'm saying? So we need to talk about it more, because even though I'm dealing with issues now, it never crossed my mind like, I need to do this, because I look at it as like time gonna pass. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get better, and I will seek help if need be. But a lot of people feel like I can't go through this anymore. I want the pain to end, and they end it, but we don't want to discuss it. And that's why, what you're doing now. And I was telling you earlier, you need to talk down here and stuff, because so many kids going through stuff, and we don't even know it. They won't talk about it, but they need somebody to start the conversation.
And that's what we're really looking to do. So I guess our motto is, being proactive with prevention. So what does that mean? I tell people all the time, like, the foundation, like, that's a reaction to my sister's death. So, being proactive is doing something to prevent something from happening. So by starting the conversation, like I tell people all the time, so like if I went to a school right now and said, hey, I want to work with your kids, and like I told them our mission that I just said earlier, and it was like, oh wait, whoa, suicide? You want to talk to our kids about suicide? I'm like, yeah, but not necessarily. I'm working on the skill sets that you can build, not just, to make it through suicide ideations or, with social and emotional skills. That's something that you need in life in general. You need to know how to communicate verbally and non-verbally. Most people don't know that. Most interaction and communication is 80% non-verbal. Mm-hmm. Reading body language and all of that. Like if I was sitting right here and I could read your body language, I'm like, Glenn, I don't want to hear nothing I'm saying. I'm just gonna shut up or whatever. Like you just nodded your head, like that's like you're paying attention to what I'm saying, and then also respecting boundaries as well. Like most people don't know like boundaries. What's your boundaries? Emotional boundaries, physical boundaries. It's a lot. No, it's not a lot. I just can't think of the third one.
Yeah.
But yeah, controlling your mood. So that's like some of the things that we're working with kids with our
controlling your mood. Speak on that.
So
how do you control your mood?
So knowing that anger is never the underlying emotion. It's always something under that, like that's leading to that anger or whatever. Or just knowing how to cope, so you won't get to that point where, like John was like, man, I'm 38. I just want to go slap her or whatever. And knowing like
domestic violence. That's what John Rep is.
I don't think so. You think that?
Okay. You said it.
I was using a scenario.
No.
I'm listening.
That is not me.
I'm listening.
No.
So how would you tell a person?
My God.
A lot of high school kids go through these little phases of depression and sadness. If you were giving a speech to them, how would you tell them to combat that?
It's really it goes into one sentence. your life has more purpose than your problems.
It's easy to say, but how do you tell them to actually deal with it? You know, it's easy to say to me. I know what it means. John know what it means, but what about a 16, 15-year-old?
I guess it's different on this situation. Like, you know, you saying it's easier, but it's like the main topic. Like your life, you know, is more important. What you say? I'm sorry. What did you?
Your life has more purpose than your problems, and so the difference is if I said that to you all, it's easy because you know you're what, like 28.
I'm 29.
29. I'm so sorry, bro. 29. John 24. And like y'all been through some things, like y'all dealt with some things in life, and not saying that a 16-year-old,
That dude crazy, man.
not saying that a 16-year-old hasn't dealt with anything, but you know they don't know how to deal with the issues that they're going through. They don't have the emotional intelligence to deal with that, or they don't know really how to cope through what they're going through. So you know, in our presentations, I give a list of coping skills. You know, and they're doing it every day. They just don't know that they're coping, or they can use it as a coping method. So I wouldn't suggest this. I mean, John may argue me down about this, but I tell kids sometimes that you know video games is a unhealthy way of coping. If you do it too much, like if you just do it too much, because
too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah, just like. And it goes back to, you know, I can tell people also, you know, sleeping could be a coping method, but also I tell them like sleeping too much or sleeping too little is a sign of suicide. So then they're looking at me like, what? It's really, because I think back, like, I slept a lot as a teenager or whatever, and I don't sleep much right now in my adulthood with all that I have going on, but that doesn't mean I'm suicidal. But you have to, you know, for instance, if a 12-year-old is sleeping more than often, is he suicidal or is he just going through puberty? So that's like where, you know, knowing the signs of suicide comes in. That's where it's a good thing because it's always.
What are the signs of suicide? The basic signs of suicide?
It's so many. It's like so.
Name a few, like
so
major ones.
Yeah. So when you talk, like when you think about suicide, right? I always break it down to the point of talking, your behavior, and your mood. So what you're saying, so if a person is saying, you know, I'm going to kill myself, or I don't want to be here, or life would be much better without me, that's a sign. There's something that they're saying, whereas I tell people all the time, back when I was kind of growing up, you may say, oh, I'm going to kill myself, and you're just only doing it for attention. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you fast forward to present day, kids are saying like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kill myself. And they're serious. They're serious. So I always, you know, talk about the talking. And so behavior. I think back to my sister, you know, not knowing the signs of suicide then and looking back and knowing them now, I'm like, oh, that may have been a sign. But I have this ring. So if I took this ring, I would say, Adrian, I just want you to have this. And he's like, for what? I'm like, you know, I just want you to have it, bro. Be connected with me or something like that. And that me giving away that prized possession, or you taking that necklace off of something, giving away something that means a lot to you to somebody. So with Christian, she had bracelets, and that's why I have these. She made bracelets before she passed, and she gave them out to family members and friends. So that could have been a sign, but you know, not knowing the signs, we missed it.
And how long ago was it your sister committed suicide?
It'll be 5 years in April 10th, 2014. So yeah.
Were you in college then? College?
Mm-hmm. I was a sophomore. Here, yeah.
So how did you cope with it?
I tell people all the time, my coping is the foundation. You know, speaking to people about her story.
I'm saying before that, like when it first happened and the second year and all that.
I prayed a lot. You know, I seek God. And I'm gonna speak about that too, but just praying, you know, crying is a coping skill. You know, it helps you get all those emotions out.
I said on one of the podcasts, I said I don't mind crying. I do cry sometimes because I think that's the way they let emotions out.
Right.
And I think black men, we're scared to like cry and we're scared to tell our real feelings. That's why my circle is so small now, because I feel like I can't talk to you on some real stuff. We shouldn't even like, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't even hang for real. So now, like now, I'm just doing life different, bro. like we have like grown men who scared to say how they really feel. You know, sometimes like I don't mean keep saying like so much, but we at that age now, bruh. It's like they be real. This how I feel. This how I feel. Like I don't dig the clubs. I don't time be in the street. Like this is how I feel now, and I'm not scared to admit it anymore. Like I put it out there.
Yeah.
These are my feelings. This is how I feel. I'll cry. You know, like, bro, I think as black men, we find it weak to not chase all the girls, not be in the clubs, not to cry. They look at it as a weak black man instead of us praising real black men who embrace their feelings, get a career, start a family. That's lost in the culture now.
Right, and I tell people all the time, and I have a question about what you just said, but I tell people all the time, you know, I think John can attest to this, is I'm a hugger. Like, I'm a hug you, I'm gonna tell you I love you. And that just comes from...
I'm over I love you guy. I ain't over a hugger.
I used to be.
I'm a I love you guy, but I'm also a hugger as well, because, you know, before Christian passed, my family and I didn't grow up in a household that's saying I love you. I mean, you knew it was there,
but we didn't say it much.
You ain't say it right.
We say it all the time.
Like, but that's why I grew up. I didn't grow up saying that. And so when Christian passed, it was like, oh no, you know, life is too short. 11 years old, she died, and you know, I wish I could tell her I love her again, and things like that. So you kind of value the fact that you have family and friends and such that you can say it to. And I mean, some guys, they're not comfortable with saying I love you. Like, for instance, I called one of my line brothers, LaRon, yesterday, and it was so funny because we were on the phone and we were talking. I'm like, all right, man, well, I'll talk to you later. And he was like, all right, bro, love you. But I didn't hear it. I heard about it. I thought I heard something different, and I hung up. But I had to call him back. Like, what you say? He was like, man, I said I love you. Hung up in my face. And he thought I was like being funny. I'm like, nah, bro, I love you too. He's like, you got my girl laughing at me and stuff. But I'm like, nah, bro, you know, I tell my guy friends, my girlfriends, I love you. And I want to go back to what you were saying about, you know, crying and, you know, not chasing women. So I remember a few months ago, a guy, one of my Facebook friends, had made a post, and I don't even know if I want to open this can of worms. I really don't. But this guy, he made a post, and I can't really remember from word to word, but it was more so like, if a man, like something, is he less of a man if he does this? And so I can't remember. Like, if I could go pull the post up, but it was one of those things where you was like, and so a guy coming, he was like, yes, he's less of a man. So I asked, like, so, all right, cool. You in a relationship.
Bro, how we going to talk about this when we don't know what it is?
So think about this, and think about it like this. You said, so does crime make you less of a man?
I don't think so. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't.
And I'm sorry that I can't really remember the things, so I'll kind of like recreate it now. But so you say crime don't make you less of a man?
No, it doesn't.
Was it if your wife make more money than you?
And that was one of the things I asked. Like, does that make you less of a man?
No.
No.
That wouldn't bother me. As long as the love is there. Like, I say money, like, can buy happiness and all that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I marry somebody who's right here, right now, and we can build together.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No,
right.
I don't mind doing that when the love is real.
Right. Yeah. But see, like me, I'm different. So, and I'm different a lot of times. I ain't want to interrupt y'all, but like one thing I'm different.
You did though.
Like,
Go ahead, ain't no problem.
But like, so like you saying, like, do you think you less of a man if your wife make more money than you? I mean, I don't think you less of a man, but it ain't for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't for me.
So hold on, man. Hold on.
I want to be the provider.
Your wife made more than you.
I want to be the provider.
You still be the provider.
Yeah. I know, but in my head, I'm like, I want to be the breadwinner. That's just me.
So if your wife made more,
I want to be. I mean, I want to be like, we can't be together, but.
Yeah,
it had to take me. It had to give me some adjustment to.
So that makes you feel like less of a man.
Man, that's just like of a person in general. Because I don't want to be in a predicament where I gotta be like, man, I sure want that new lens. Let me have my wife give me some money.
But that's what she does for us.
Like, no, you gotta be that point.
I'm saying that's how I am.
Right. So outside of this whole, does getting a manicure and a pedicure make you less of a man?
No, it ain't for me.
I do.
Y'all had fun. I'm real serious.
But that's crazy, bro. Like, look,
I'm
you
serious.
walk on your feet every day.
I'm
You
serious.
stand on your hands, but you use every single day. Why not take care of it?
I mean, that's fine. That's understandable.
It's just not for you.
It's just not for me. I'm not bashing nobody. My feet ticklish. I don't touch my feet. I don't even like touching my feet.
Your hands.
This is what it is. Let me tell you, this is how bad I want nobody to see my feet. I get out the shower, I gotta rush to put socks on first, and I won't even look at my feet when I'm putting my socks on. I don't want to see my feet. I want nobody else to see my feet. I hide my feet from myself. So what I feel like in the doggone like this, just putting out to the world.
But like, what you at least tried?
No, I'm not going. Man, sorry, my girl talking. I'm not going.
You might need it.
Like where?
So
It's called stubborn.
the question that I asked, and so if does being gay make you less of a man?
No.
And the guy, one of the guys on the post was like, yeah, it make you less of a man. So I'm like, how? And he can't really
because like you can't really what is being a man, like what is the definition?
And that's
of
what
being a man?
and that's where we went into the thing of, you know, masculinity.
Yeah.
Like, is it a real definition of masculinity, or is it what society tells us? So
I think it's a real definition.
So going back to what you said earlier.
I think Bible is a real definition of a man.
Yeah, and so when you put it in that context, but you know, most people think masculinity, or you know, and I teach boys about this through my job, but they think it's more about, you know, being strong, like physically strong and all of that, whereas, you know, they would think, you know, getting a manicure or pedicure is like, nah, bro, that's feminine.
Nah.
So then it's like, what is feminine?
Yeah, you get into a conversation where I don't want to.
You
want to go?
I got my opinion about it.
So and then, like, for instance,
I know men who go get pedicures and manicures with their girl.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I don't think
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
today.
This ain't for me.
Nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. And last week I was at a school mentoring, and it was at the performing arts school. So they have to, you know, participate in like music, dance. It was a room full of young ladies, and it was one boy in there. And it was like they were doing like ballet dance. Does that make him less of a man? Well, would that make him less of a man if you dance?
No.
So, is there a real definition? So, what is masculinity?
I don't know.
I think the Bible defines what a man is, though. I think, like, you know what I'm saying? I think
Blueprint, right?
it's a blueprint of what a man is, a real man is. I think a real man can show his emotions, a real man is a provider, doesn't have to make the most, but still a provider mentally, physically, financially, all that comes in together. I got a question. How do you all feel about couples joining accounts?
Okay, when you married, see, this is in my world. We're gonna have a joint account. You got your separate account. I'm gonna have a separate account.
So you don't trust the marriage enough to have
I
all
mean,
the money?
no, it's not that. It's just that I still feel like, I hate to say it, but you really never know what may happen.
I think it's what works for you.
Yeah.
So not like, I have a family member that shared an account with their ex-spouse now, and they wiped out the account. And it was majority of his money. It was not small money. It was like 70,000, 80,000. Well, not necessarily that. Not even because I mean, if I got family members, like, but they matched up their credit card to that much. So I'm like, ugh.
So if say a judge girlfriend, wife took $7,000, and he did go with his girl, would you land?
Said it. Hold on. I never said that.
Hey man,
Glenn, man.
where y'all get here from?
I don't know.
But you saw the face that he had. He was so serious.
I'm drinking more water.
Okay, I'm really on this, right? We're tired, like, opposite for a minute. You single or relationship?
Relationship.
Single or relationship?
Relationship. You single in a relationship.
I'm single at the moment. Like, on real stuff, I wish I could have a relationship, bro.
Do you really though?
Yeah, real talk.
Do you really?
Real talk, bro. Like, I was trying for something recently. It went bad. Like,
You your fault,
man, both. I don't think
husband? You still want it?
it's on both of us.
Okay, you still want to be with him?
She may be watching this.
She don't watch it. She mad at me. She
But you still want it? No, it's the time pass. So you know what I'm saying? Time pass. If God crosses again, who knows how you may hold.
How you know that God already ain't put that thought in your head for you to actually make it work? So you think time pass? Y'all have this like a joint conversation already?
Yeah.
So y'all just.
I mean, we both decided that it's kind of time separate. Both, but I don't place blame. I don't place blame on people. It ain't my fault. It's their fault. I think we both did things to lead up to the current situation. And I think maybe things could have been fixed, but they weren't fixed.
So it's not as past. It's too far along.
Man, probably so. And probably so.
So, since we sitting and talking about this, so what do you look for in a woman? Now, I ain't talking about no perfect woman, I'm talking about for you. What do you want in a woman? You know what I'm
I
saying?
want ambitious, good looking.
He's the better one.
But look matter to an extent.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? To an extent. So good looking, honesty, ambitious, and God fearing, and loyalty. I think loyalty and honesty is one of those facts that kind of overlooked in today's time.
Hit us up.
I'm back up. I don't know what happened though. My audio went flat. Where I stopped at? I was about to
you look at some
Adam. That's how
that's what day it was. And,
okay, it's February the 5th. The 4th?
Yeah.
There was some real talk though. Me and Adam was just discussing, bro, like people we hang out with and friends with and stuff. And we were discussing like, bro, we're at a time now, like, it's time to get serious with friendship, relationships, just everything, bro, in general. And he has someone he's currently building with and stuff. And we like brothers outside my real brothers. And I think like we at that age now, bro, we gotta start being more serious, bro. Even though in the culture it's not popular to be this serious now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe I just got a head start on what it is to be a man and real life goals. Because having that person you can come home and talk to as far as mental health, that's a big help. And build with career wise. I don't know what John talking about, but I don't care if my girl makes more than me.
Right. My girl makes more than me.
I don't know why it matters though.
My girl, and I can we balance each other out. Like my girl is better with money than I am, and I need that balance because I go and blow it. I'm like, hey,
I didn't say I could not be with nobody. I just
said
if I had I would prefer
to be the
breadwinner.
You can all right, so you can provide in other ways, like spiritually. Like for instance, I'm more of the spiritual person in my relationship. Like I don't mind. Well, she don't mind either, but she prefer me to pray. Like she know that I'm gonna reach God in a different level,
and that's fine.
But you want to be able.
But as in me in my house,
here go the bacon, babe. Bro, you see that's a societal norm. I mean societal belief.
But if you combine all y'all, if you combine all y'all income into.
No, I'm not saying I want the only income. She gonna work.
No, I'm saying if y'all did combine all y'all incomes to one thing, you would be straight though.
Yeah, you would.
Y'all be straight. It would be pretty much equal, even though she'd be putting more into it.
My girlfriend has asked me, "Hey, babe, can I be a housewife?"
No.
I said, "Yeah. If we doing that well, you can run the businesses or whatever."
That's another thing too. I want to get to the point my wife don't have to work if she don't want to.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like if we got these multiple, I have business endeavors and business ideas. If you can, like my girl is super organized. Shannon is super organized. Where the point that she can run that business, do all that. And if I can go out and make the money with her support and doing administrative stuff, like if that's out of the comfort of our house or whatever, do it. You can be a housewife, taking the kids because she wants to own the daycare and all of that. So she gonna own the daycare. So who's she gonna take the kids?
I wouldn't mind. That wouldn't bother me. As long as I make enough money to support us, or we got enough income coming in, or we saved up enough, or we like.
My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I mean those was a big help to us. But I'm just being real, bro. I want both of us working.
I mean,
that's true.
Let me ask y'all this.
Like,
would y'all be stay-at-home dads?
I would be a stay-at-home dad. Nah, dog.
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
I would.
As much as you like to work?
I would. I'm looking into new avenues now, bro. Cause I'm tired of just being behind the chair. I'm trying to start reaching out, trying to subject into different avenues now. Trying to figure it out. I think we too creative, all of us in this room. God has made us God had made all of us, bro, so unique and so creative that I kind of think doing him this favor or this service to not be out here just getting it, bro, and doing and like I tell John on the podcast, bro. I think this some real stuff, bro.
Yeah, man.
And like I gotta do different stuff, bro. Like once I get this shop up and going, how I see it going with the salon, the nail salon, the barbershop, I know I'm gonna start venturing out into my second shop. I'm even starting school. I can't be behind the shed as much as I am now.
Yeah, and that's what you mean. You start with the grit work and all that. Because I told my girlfriend, Shan, the other day, like, I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm solely, running a nonprofit. I want to be able to build it up. And if it gets to 10 years, I'm like, I can't take it to the next level. But I can, give direction to the next person. I will hand it off like, hey, this is what the foundation that we've built, take it to the next level. And I will go and do something else. Because, that's something that I'm always going to know I did. Or whatever. My kids will know I did that. And so forth. And that goes into, like, multiple streams of income as well. And I feel where you're coming from. John?
I don't know what I want to do with my life.
I'm just confused.
Yeah. I mean, not even that. It's just like, and not trying to be bragging or like arrogant, but like we all are capable of doing more than just one thing. We are not just meant to be. I know I'm not. Like, I know God ain't destined me just build. He didn't build me to just be one person. Like, you do one thing. Mm-hmm. So I can do more than one thing. My problem is I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. What's gonna motivate me to get up in the morning to go do this and do that? Like, my photography business, like, and it's crazy. I put it on Facebook like a year ago. I've been wanting to start take pictures and everything, but I put it on Facebook a year ago. I was like, I seriously want to take up photography, and I said videography, but I don't know.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then like it's crazy, bro. A whole year later, like I'm here. Like I'm booked almost every weekend. You know what I'm saying? I got a mentor, Tommy Armstead.
You feel like you're good at it?
I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I'm good enough to do certain stuff. Like Tommy and the other like photographers be like, "You what? You just started taking pictures? What? You just like, because it's crazy.
You feel like it's room for growth.
So what?
It's room for growth. Yeah,
it's always. You don't never get to that point. You be like, oh, I know it.
And not to like toot your horn, but you kind of when you jumped into it, like I'm like, John, you fine.
Appreciate it,
whatever.
Bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's up.
Keep them on.
I think you're getting better though, bro.
Like for real.
You don't like my pictures.
You couldn't do mine though.
Tell what?
You couldn't do mine.
I did your pictures.
Man, they suck. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you now. That's what I'm telling you now. But hey, real talk, you ain't dope though.
Thank you, bro. I know.
I'm just messing around.
I know.
But you like for real, you jumped into it. Like that's how I love to see my people say, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And then they do it. Cause I'm gonna be that friend. Like, oh, you said you wanted to do this.
You know we do that. Yeah. Like, hey, bro, what you think about this? I don't know, bro. Like, I ain't gonna put you. Forget it. I'm gonna put your business.
Don't put my business.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell all my business.
Quan called me a couple weeks ago, be like, "Hey, bro, what you thinking about if I was a police officer?"
Oh, you can say that one. I thought you talking about what we were talking about yesterday.
Oh no. I was like, no, you can't tell that, bro. What? And your girl was like, "I told you, Quan. John, thank you. I'm like, bro, how you gonna be a police officer?
Like you don't have time.
On a nonprofit.
And it takes friends to say that, but me, I was like, man, bro, something gotta give. Like I know I'm better than this. Like for instance,
Cop though.
Chill out. So it's something I know about myself. I love kids, and I love the community. I love serving the people in the community, and I did juvenile probation, so I was just trying to get back to something similar to that. And my job now, I'm like, man, bro, I'm not challenged.
What's your job now anyway?
So I work
What do you do?
I work with the University of Alabama. I'm a student engagement coordinator with the Women and Gender Resource Center. And on a day-to-day, I oversee volunteer management. I conduct programming for students, and I oversee 2 mentoring programs. What I'm already doing, so that's why I say I'm not challenged. You know,
because that's what you already doing.
I already do it. Like, I feel like I'm good at it. Whereas I'm not gonna say, you know, my job hasn't taught me stuff that I can take back to my nonprofit, because it has. I feel like people, you know, that go to work every day for a paycheck, they'll get burnt out of it. So I'm going to learn something that can better me in life or whatever. I don't really care about the money. Now the money goes back to what y'all was saying last week or the week before. You know, I don't feel like money gives you happiness, but I feel like it makes things easier.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot easier.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Glenn went to Ferrari.
I mean, I was with him when he said that jet, you know, like getting in the jet, going with you. Like,
bro, why not speak it? Why not speak it into existence, though, bro? Like, why not speak your life into it?
That's how you supposed to be.
I'm not finna sit here and say I never own a Ferrari.
Nah.
I don't want to be that guy.
I think that's what happened. These days, like our kids are like they being told they can't do nothing from.
They're not ambitious, but they don't.
Right, that's how it was with me with speaking. Yeah. Oh, you can't talk. Then Glenn just put that fear back in my head. Oh yeah, it coming back out.
Bro, but I talk fast.
Yeah,
me too.
But man, I could kill less. But I think just it is what it is.
I mean, my prayers always, you know, God, don't let people see me. Let them see what you're doing through me, and that has worked for me even before we did this. I'm like, y'all my boys, and I could have not like brought God into this, but I did. I mean, I want to bring him into everything that I do. So when it goes to speaking, it's like, all right, God. For instance, I remember like back in October, I was the keynote for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Out of the Darkness Walk, and I had to go on stage twice. The night before, we was at districts, and I stayed. They had won all them awards, and I stayed up, and they were like, let's go out. I ain't go to bed till like 3 o'clock, knowing I had to be back to Tuscaloosa by 8 to speak and all that. I got up there,
and I told you to go to bed, bro.
I'm like, all right, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I got up there, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm gonna shake it off. And I messed up on the introduction of the foundation, like, because we had to go up and speak and tell what our organization did. All the vendors had to do that. So I'm like, we're the Christian Aimson Youth Foundation, da da da. And I stumbled on my words. I'm like, bro, you do this every day. Like, get it together. So I had to go and like just talk to myself, like pump myself up and talk to God. And when I went on as the keynote, I'm like, these people are expecting something. So I went on and I spoke. And I'm like, all right, hopefully it was good. Man, so many people came up to me just crying, saying like, I needed that. Like, I needed somebody to say this for me to go and get the help that I need and to hear this story about your sister and all of that. And I went to my girlfriend and Jasmine, John's sister, and they was like, I think this is the best speaking engagement you've done. And there's 450 people out there. I'm like, really? I feel like it sucked. It was like, nah. And my girl, she's not going to lie to me. She's not going to, boost me up. Like,
she's not.
Yeah. You know, she was like, that's the best. She said,
but you got to value it, though.
Yeah, I love it.
And why would you want somebody to come in and lie to you about it?
Right. And she told me, she said, when you go back and watch the video, she said, you didn't say, none of that. And I'm like, I wasn't even looking at that, but I'm looking at the message. But I watched it, I'm like, dang, that was good. Or whatever. But it goes back to that thing of growth. Like, I can find the flaws in what I did because I want to get to a level where I'm speaking with like people like Eric Thomas, Jeremy Anderson, Inky Johnson, all of them. Y'all probably just know who E.T. is.
I don't like Inky Johnson for real. I like E.T. a lot though.
I rock with Inky more than I rock with E.T.
I like E.T. But I'm to the point now, I don't need I listen to them guys, but I don't need a motivational speaker.
Yeah, I feel that.
To get up and go. Like, I can do it. I do it myself.
For me, it's kind of like studying the people, like in the field.
Well,
like
you do it though, so yeah, it's different.
Yeah. So I feel where you coming from.
I know John don't listen to motivational speakers.
You heard him like, who are these?
No,
do you not know who E.T. is? You know, Eric Thomas, hip hop pastor,
by Tony Robbins.
No offense to them. I'm pretty sure you all are doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. But, I just don't, what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
You know what, bro? E.T. gonna watch this video and say,
I know, bro.
I'm like, man.
And I'm sorry, but I just, I don't know.
It's cool.
I'm sorry.
You going to that conference with me
No.
in April? Well, for real?
No.
Dang.
I just play it, but we
It's
can
like,
talk about it.
We already talked about it. You already said yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going there. Why you ask me?
You flake so much.
Lies.
Oh, everything.
Wow, you had all these.
Everybody like, wow, girl, you really lied.
I
Like
know, bro. If we say we're going to do something, we're going to do something.
Bro, he had all these concerns about, man, I don't know what to talk about, and I can't talk for real. And, bro, you
talking.
You been talking, bro.
But it's how it be, bro. We all just talking.
I said I'm a question guy. I ain't want to. I don't like never. I don't never like talking about me. Most people will believe that I love talking about me, but I really don't.
Yeah, well.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell
You know what? If I went
question,
say,
we only asked you one question.
saying.
We asked you one question. You went for 12 minutes.
That's
I ain't wrong. I ain't saying no wrong.
12 minutes straight. No braid, no braid, no.
they call me the deacon. Deacon. Yeah, you know I'm long-winded. So,
Well, we ain't gonna ask you to do the prayer.
all right.
Thanksgiving, you up here.
None of that. He kept going.
So
going.
I mean,
Y'all want to wrap it up? We can wrap it up.
nah, bro. No, wrap it up.
Hey, bro, he done said enough for everybody.
Right. But
I feel like this is a good one though. Like I feel like, y'all talk about some good stuff.
oh, we do, bro.
Y'all want to talk about politics?
No, I don't want to talk about politics. Not today.
What about it?
Okay.
Man, who y'all think gonna be the next president?
Donald Trump.
Trump, probably.
I don't want to be.
Most presidents get 2 terms.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. I think
I feel like-
Bush Senior was the last one that didn't get.
I
2
feel like
terms.
Donald Trump has he got one more major issue to not win people over, and I think it's over with.
Let's talk about
Okay.
all of the stuff that Donald is doing, right? If Obama would have done it, would he have been impeached by now?
Yeah.
Like what? What he's done that will get him impeached?
But all of the stuff about meeting with people, like the secret meetings, and
Bro,
What
they
proof?
gave Obama hell because he had on a tan suit.
Yeah, but,
Fox News ripped him because he had on a tan suit.
and then just like CNN ripping Trump. Man, it's just all a game, bro. Politics all a game, bro. Fox go against Democrat, CNN goes against the Republican.
But no other president can do what Donald Trump is saying or doing. Even in
They
the
can
tweets,
do it. It's just not political.
they're not gonna do it. It's different time now, bro.
It's just not political, bro.
It's different time. I think people liked him because he was so unorthodox.
Yeah.
They got tired of the normal president, the goody two shoes type deal. But the same things that he got accused of, or the allegations, or what he said, Barack Obama could have not said or done. No better president could have said or done before that.
I like
Look what
listening
they
to
did to
him.
Bill Clinton.
I like listening to him.
You like listening to Donald Trump?
Bill Clinton did more against black people.
No.
Okay.
I ain't talking about
Okay.
that. I ain't talking about policies. I'm talking about actions outside of policies.
But they haven't proven anything yet, though. As soon as they prove that against Trump, he's gone.
But see, in the presidency, it don't even matter, bro.
Yes, it does. You gotta have proof on
you can have allegations,
you gotta have
and
proof.
they gonna
though.
kill you. They gonna murder
You
you.
gotta have proof, bro.
I mean, of course you have proof. I'm saying, but what other president I know besides the ones that got proven guilty of stuff like Richard Nixon and Bill Clinton, that all that controversy that they caused, besides policies wise, they went.
I think a bunch of the media stuff, though, bro.
These a bunch of media stuff. He says it.
I think it's a bunch of media
yeah, what
hype,
president you
bro.
know that tweet every day?
I think it's a bunch of media hype, bro. I just don't care less.
How is it media? I mean, it's media hype, but he's starting it.
It's media hype, bro.
So you think he don't start it now?
Yeah, man, but it's not a big deal how it make it seem to be.
How is it not? You want
It's not,
okay? If
bro.
you supposed to be leading the people,
Yeah.
do you want your pastor up there saying any and everything?
No, but I'm not compared to the president of my pastor.
It's the same. It's kind of the same
I
thing.
didn't know.
It's
No.
kind of
that's
like
my
he's the
spiritual
example
leader.
that you're supposed to be.
Nah, I don't respect Trump though. So when you hold him to a higher standard than I do,
But you're the president of the United States. You're supposed to be here to.
man, it don't mean nothing. I don't respect him. So I can't.
So you don't respect him. You don't respect him,
No, I don't. No.
but you like listening to him.
Entertainment.
You gotta respect them
I don't have to
because
it's entertainment for me.
yeah, I mean that's true. But I'm looking at it in the sense of
So are you
like,
speaking? Oh, go ahead.
this-
Sorry,
What is he?
Go
A
ahead.
millionaire, or billionaire,
millionaire.
millionaire
Big.
with no.
Hey, I got phones. I got it down.
Boy, are you 8? That man taking it back to me. Yeah.
And we're back.
And we're back. And we're black. All right. Anyway, so Quan, that brief commercial break that we had / potty break.
Why you gotta call it a potty
You
break?
mentioned
Why Why I gotta
the
be-
conversation before we end the podcast.
Can you just say restaurant?
You spoke about what's the role of the black church in our community. Yes, I'm ignoring you. So expound on that. Actually, say the topic because I messed it up.
My question was, what do you all think the role of the black church is in the community? What should the black church be doing in the community? Why is it there?
Why is the black church there?
Yeah. What?
Or what's the purpose of it?
Yeah. What's the purpose?
I
What
think
should?
too many black churches.
Okay, too many black churches.
All right. So I had a few weeks ago. I had
believe
someone
that.
that reached out to the foundation. You know, they made a donation and they said, you know, my spouse and I are looking for different ways to tithe because we just don't know what the black church is doing with our money. We feel like, you know, they should be doing more because, you know, some people are tithing, some people are not. I mean, that's another conversation, but what are they doing with all of this money? Are they doing something, you know, you got the conversation, is the pastor stealing the money? You know, what more should they be doing to help the community?
So you saying more instead of just keeping the lights on, you know, let's try to get more money, or like let's allocate money to actually help the community. Let's make a scholarship fund. Let's have like something for the community.
Right.
Like, I speak for like.
I get what he's saying. He's saying he want to see where the money going.
Yeah.
If
Instead
he
of
tithing 10%, I want to see where the money
especially
going.
if they wealthy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that money, like, is it really just going to the lights and the water and stuff, or like what?
And I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, like, if you have a congregation of 1,000 people that's tithing every week, it shouldn't, like, what?
Yeah, you're right. I'm
Shouldn't
thinking.
it like be things that you're doing besides the average, you know, fall festivals or whatever? So, for instance, it's a church in Tuscaloosa, Daystar, right? And it's not a black church. It's non-denomination, and it's a mixture of blacks, whites, Hispanics, and all. And one thing that I like that they were doing was this thing where they opened up their doors to like the low income, and they created like a shopping center for them around Christmas time, and they, you know, had people donate toys, and they went out and bought toys like PlayStation and all that, and the people can get buggies with their kids and go around and like make their little wish list and go shopping for free of charge. So it's only a select few, like maybe 25, 30 families that can do it. But I mean, that's big.
Do you think that maybe black churches may not do that because enough people aren't actually paying their tithes, or they're not tithing?
My pastor said, and if you watch it, forgive me, but he said that the black man don't trust another black man with his money, so that's why they go to, you know, churches like, you know, with white pastors to give money. So I mean, it may be.
Yeah, that's a culture thing. We messed up in the head in culture. I think too many black churches, personally. I think one on every block, 0.2 miles apart. Down here, 2 black churches, and we got people spread everywhere. The church would have so much power if we came together, like white churches do in their culture. They start schools, they start real ministries on the outside, but black churches can't do that because we're so separated. Even when we tithe, the money is still so separated we can't make any big projects happen. We might can get to 5 or 10 families, but in the meantime, if we all have churches combined, our money combined, what could we really do?
Right.
We could build. I think we have a lack of vision from our leaders. Like, and then as our black culture also, we feel like, man, I ain't finna get over my money. He do this and that. And instead, I think we need, but I think also churches need to be transparent, especially with the news and how it is now. Pastors stealing, the deacons stealing, and this and that going on. You should be transparent. But at the same time, how much power would we have if we did come together as a community? Like, man, it'd be amazing. Our own schools, our own grocery stores. We could hire our own people, school our own people, and teach our own people spiritually. We could do all that if we came together.
And that's not, I don't feel like that's just the black church. I think that's the black community in general. Like, we're so divided and so against each other that, you know, whereas, for instance, I know how to build a nonprofit from the ground up. Matter of fact, let's use a real life situation with the church and your favorite barber line. Like, you hit me up like, Quan, how I do this or whatever. And I'm like, here you go. Whereas nobody told me that. I had to go and learn it or whatever. Like, nah, bruh. Whereas I had people like Rooster that helped out with getting hats and all of that. But I had some people that said, "Nah, bro, I had to learn on my own." So you go
You get it yourself pretty much.
Yeah. And if we keep that, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that because I feel like somebody should. You should go out.
It is something wrong with that.
To a certain extent. So when I say that, I feel like certain people, you know,
That's something wrong with that. Not even
I can't even get it out.
It's something wrong with that. That pretty messed up.
I think
if you know a skill and you want to teach a fellow brother who's trying to better himself, like why make him hit his head if you know the skill?
Right. That's true.
Like even you gotta charge for it. Don't.
Yeah.
But some people like you know who to charge and who not to charge. Sometimes everybody in that position. But it's not killing me right now and wanting to be taught this and this and this. I would try to help them out. You can't do it for everybody, but you know who genuine or not. I feel a lot of times black people, man, we don't want to know black person win.
Right, and it's one of those things like, you know, if you ain't hit me up all year and then you're like, oh, hey Quan, can you teach me how to start this nonprofit or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna charge you, but I'll teach you, and I don't hear nothing else from you. And I mean, you really like you want the game for free, which is nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, like if you really want the game, I feel like you will pay for it or whatever. I had to go out there and get it. Like I've had people hit me up like, you know, can you teach me how to, you know, do this or whatever? I'm like, I'll tell you this, and then I'll help you with this, but it's gonna be a fee. I'll help you get your. So if Glenn came to me and said, I want to start a nonprofit, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. That's probably more than 5. 6. And so I break it down for you, like who are you serving? You know, how are you gonna serve them? What's your demographics? Where are you gonna serve them at? Why is this timely? Or what's your stats to back it up or whatever? And then once you tell me that, I'm like, all right, now answer these questions, boom, and then you got your nonprofit. Don't come back to me until you know that, like you can answer all of these questions, and then I'll tell you, all right, this is the next step. And at some point, I'm gonna stop and say, all right, now you got like, you can pay me to do this for you. Or, you know, you can pay me to tell you. But it'll be easier if you just go and pay me and I did it for you so you won't bump your head and, you know, run into the same mistakes that I did. Now, is that fair of me? Is that, like, legit fair? Or
well,
you feel like I should just give it off for free?
No, I don't know. I think it all depends on situation.
Because,
Because, like, I'm thankful for my mentor, my photographer. Like, Tommy, like, he didn't help me out so much. You know what I'm saying? He always tell me when I be like, hey, big bro, I appreciate you helping me out. Give me the knowledge. He said, man, I just want to help you because I ain't had nobody out there to show me.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I am too, though.
Yeah, he was like, ain't nobody show me. And I was like, but you'll be a surprise. You ask the photographer, hey, what lens you use or how did you do that? They'll read your message. Or they'll be like, or they just send you a link.
A lot of barbers like that too, bro.
Yeah. Hey, but that's the thing. Like I think that's where it goes with them people that are like really genuine. So for instance, I hit somebody up today on Instagram. Like I was on the phone yesterday coming back from Montgomery with my girl, and I was talking to someone that I consider my mentor, and she does suicide prevention in Ohio. And we were talking about this big boss. She's on her 7th annual father and daughter dance. And I'm like, how can our foundation in Alabama, you know, support what you're doing in Ohio? And we worked it out, and she was like, you know, can you take a trip in August? I'm like, it's February. Yes, I can take a trip in August. I know all of these months in advance. And she gave me this woman that's doing, you know, a book. Because, you know, with Christian's Rainy Day, she was like, you should hit her up. I hit her up. Like, hey, you know, I gave her a spiel about the foundation and all that. I said, well, she said, you know, you can ask a question or two. And I really didn't want to talk to her on the phone. And I just said, hey, can I, you know, pick your brain? She said, yeah, you can ask, send me a question or two, you know. And she was like, that was something that she wrote intentionally. Yeah. Don't overdo it or whatever. Send me a question or two. I'm like, all right, cool. And I sent her a question. She sent me back, you know, this is, you know, go to China and this is the website and find what works for you. And she left it at that.
I think some things can be taught though for free. And some skills, they should have to pay for it.
Yeah,
true.
But you can't just milk. Man, I think we gotta start helping each other.
I think it's more your time too.
Your time. When it comes time consuming, then you start paying.
Yeah.
But you know, advice on how to get started, how to grind and get it. Like, okay, I'm gonna get that out. Right. But when I start wasting my time and I'm starting losing, now you gotta pay for it.
I would never if somebody asks questions about something I know, even though I know I don't know it all, but like I would never like not answer questions because I know I've been in that predicament before. Like, what if somebody did me like that when I didn't know, a way, or didn't know the answer to this question?
And my thing is, somebody did me like that. That's how I know what I know.
Yeah.
Like, I went to somebody and a few people, and they wouldn't give me information. And some people even gave me, like, they try to misguide me. I'm like, if I didn't read, I'm like, dang, you really just trying to, like, send me in a different direction.
Yeah.
And folks do that because they think you use that competition. Or they don't want you to do what they
they don't want competition.
Yeah.
Right. So
They'll throw you off at the beginning.
if somebody didn't do me like that, I wouldn't know how to do it to teach somebody. So I teach people, but it goes back to that time thing that y'all talked about. Like, when it's taking too much of my time.
It's all situational.
And then if they don't want to pay, like we not busting heads or whatever. We just, $50. Give me $50 and you'll have your nonprofit. Can I do it if I want to have my nonprofit in August and it's February? Is that possible? Yeah. But do you want to pay for it?
Because it takes time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I can get this done in 3 weeks, whereas it's going to take you 4 months. But you don't want to pay $50 for it? So that goes back to how bad do you really want it?
That's what you're saying.
This one, your dream very limited to. If you want to spend $50 for it,
Right.
Like, this year I've learned, like, even last year, but like this year I'm really investing in myself, and like, so you don't want to be that person like, oh man, I want this vision or this dream, but I'm scared to put money into that.
Yeah.
If you don't want to invest to it, how you ever gonna see yourself become that?
And that's the entrepreneur thing too.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't know it takes money to make money. That's
Yeah,
real. That's real life.
Yeah, it's real.
That's real life. I'm like, how much money do you have to start a nonprofit? If you say I got like $250, well, don't start a nonprofit right now.
Stack up some money.
Like, I'm being real. You gonna need about 3 stacks to get everything that you really need. And then, just like with you want to go into photography. So, do you have money to buy a camera? Well, no. Most people think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, oh, I go buy this $2,000 camera, I'm just gonna be the best photographer.
Yeah, you wrong.
So,
yeah, you wrong.
Most people think that's how I go. I tell people, if you ain't got at least $2,000 in your account ready, don't start a nonprofit. Don't do nothing. Just wait. You can do this small stuff, but you're gonna need this website. You're gonna need the logo. You're gonna need all this stuff. You're gonna need your 501c3 status, which is $400 already. Mm-hmm. So I had a girl. I'm like, you're doing it backwards. She went and got a logo first, all that. I'm like, that's not the right way to do it. Whereas, can I really say that? Yes, because I'm like, you going to people with this logo, and you don't even have a nonprofit. You just have something to show them. Whereas if you had the paperwork to say, I have this nonprofit, can you invest in it? And then as they invest, that's when you can, go pay for your website. That's what I did. I didn't get my website off of my own money. I wrote a grant. And I got $2,000, and I said, all right, I got $2,000. I'm gonna pay somebody $1,200 to start me a website. I'm gonna put the rest in the bank, or I'm gonna sponsor this kid for Christmas, or whatever. So I mean, it just depends on how you look at it.
Mm.
Yep. So in the description below, what website we gonna put down to get in contact with you?
www.christianamersonyouth.org and that's KRISTEN youth. No, I messed up. My bad.
We're gonna put it in the description.
We're gonna put it in the description. We're gonna put it in the description. Want to thank Quan for coming on.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, bro.
I had a slow moment, bro.
Whole podcast.
Hey, can y'all bring me back?
No.
We gonna have all the links below. My IG, the podcast IG, John photography IG, Facebook, and everything else. And that's it. Peace.